This video is sponsored by True Gold Republic, the precious metals experts. Talk to one of their experts today about diversifying your portfolio to help assure your future financial security. Find their contact information in the description below and pinned in our first comment. James Kaufman, World News Report today, June 27, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two tropical systems forming currently. The first system we're going to talk about is forming off the Central American coast, and it looks like it wants to head over the Yucatan Peninsula into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, that system has a 30% chance of formation currently. We have another system with a much higher chance of formation that's currently in the middle of the Atlantic, came off the African coast, and has an 80% chance of formation. That is headed towards the Caribbean via the Lesser Antilles. Over to My Fox Hurricane. First, we'll look at Invest 94L or 94 low. Both storms have been numbered as lows. This is from 2 to 4 p.m., so it's very up to date. And you can see that there's no real method to this madness here. I don't see any clear rotation whatsoever, although it does look like it's expanding and a lot of moisture is joining this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to infrared, another look at Invest 94L satellite view. Again, it looks like it is expanding and moisture is coming from every direction to join it. It's actually become quite large. One last look at the water vapor, and I do see some rotation here. It just appears to be clockwise, which should not be the case for a tropical low. Tell me what you think about the rotation of this storm. Am I right? Is it clockwise? Or am I seeing things? Again, this is Invest 94L, supposed to cross the Yucatan Peninsula and then go across Mexico. Let's take a look at some spaghetti models. Now, taking a look at all of the modeling agencies and the spaghetti models covering Invest 94L, they all seem to be in agreement the storm's going to cross the Yucatan Peninsula and into Mexico, and probably cross Mexico into the Pacific. This leaves the United States Gulf states in the clear. Again, this is Invest 94L. We have a newly numbered low. This is Invest 95L. As you can see it right here, it does look like it is intensifying. Has an 80% chance of formation, headed towards the Lesser Antilles, and it must be moving at a very good clip. This is only 2 hours of data that we're looking at here. You can see how much it's intensified just over the last 2 hours. Incredible. So look at the same system, Invest 95L. This is infrared satellite. We can see it here, and there might even be an eye to this storm already. Again, it has an 80% chance of formation, and that's going to increase as it gets into the warmer waters near the Caribbean and, well, depending on where it goes, in the Gulf of Mexico. Again, Invest 95L water vapor view. I don't see any true rotation here, but I really want to start to try to see an eye here, and the storm is intensifying. There is a disturbance in front of it as well. We know about all the sand or dust that's crossing the Atlantic currently, knocking these storms down, but it's not enough to stop this one. It doesn't appear, again, with an 80% chance of formation. We actually have most all of the modeling agencies putting together spaghetti models on this storm, and it does not look good for the Gulf of Mexico. This is Invest 95L spaghetti models, and they all take it just south of Cuba, and we have to see what happens after that. At that point, well, this could very well go into the Gulf of Mexico and become a problem for the United States Gulf of Mexico. I think we all know how warm the water is. It's actually increasing in temperature here. 87 degrees off the coast of Texas. And once these storms get further into the Gulf, where those water temperatures increase, and further into the Caribbean, they should intensify quite a bit. Okay, taking a look at the Sahara dust/sandstorm crossing the Atlantic currently. This is actually a forecast. You can see our storm right here clearing its way through, and it does not look like it is going across Mexico, although it might. I see more damage to the U.S. Texas coast as we did last time we had a storm cross Mexico. This again is a forecast that goes through, I believe, 28th or 29th. You can see up here, and we can see our storm here forming as well, just knocking off the huge layer of sand. This goes into the 30th here, and this storm is headed our way towards the Lesser Antilles. Based on this forecast, it should reach the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean by about the 1st of July. So that will be in play for the Gulf Coast states in the United States, probably about 4 or 5 days after that, 4th of July perhaps, 5th of July. We'll keep an eye on this. And finally, I wanted to show you all that front that came through, causing all the tornadoes in the Central Plains, although we have another one coming, as you can see here currently, with, well, actual warnings popping up. This front will definitely protect us from the first of the two systems. That's why they're saying it's going to cross Mexico, although this will be long gone by the time the second system gets here. And this time we're going to actually pray that another system in about 6 or 7 days, I guess, actually protects the Gulf Coast U.S. states from the system that's forming right now in the Atlantic with an 80% chance of formation. So in summary, we have two tropical systems. The first that looks like it's going to cross the Yucatan Peninsula with a 30% chance of formation, and then, according to the spaghetti models, cross Mexico into the Pacific. We have a second system with an 80% chance of formation headed towards the Lesser Antilles, and then just south of Cuba, according to the spaghetti models, again, an 80% chance of formation. I think this is going to become our first hurricane of the year, and it may well end up in the Gulf of Mexico. So let's hope everyone prepared as they need to. Always keep your tank half or more filled and keep a lot of extra water on hand during the season if you're in any of the states that have a possibility of being hit by one of these storms. God bless you guys. Please share it, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro world.